This preview is brought to you by lynda.com. I probably sunk more hours into the Trials games last generation than any other franchise, except maybe Civilization. So it goes without saying that I was pretty excited when Ubisoft announced Trials Fusion at last year's E3. Since then, we haven't really heard anything about it, but I finally got a chance to go hands-on, and guess what? It is more Trials, and that is a very good thing. The first thing you'll notice is how different it looks. The game has a new unified art style, which places the game 150 years into the future. Everything has kind of a glass and metal futuristic sheen to it, which makes the levels feel more cohesive. Which is not to say that there isn't variety. I mean, in my short time playing it, I went from racing along a series of futuristic urban skyscrapers to a snowy mountain with just a few structures, to an incredible sunset level that was almost entirely in silhouette.
You're such a good rider. Do you think... No, never mind, that's impossible.
That new look, combined with a pair of AI voices that occasionally chime in throughout the races, makes the game's backdrop feel much more present and is even evocative of kind of a basic framework for narrative, even though the game of course makes no attempt at a plot. But why should it? Trials is all about the addictive physics-based gameplay, and Fusion is no different here. Although they have added a bunch of new things, and the first thing you're probably going to notice is the new FMX trick system. In previous games, you could only tilt the bike to pull off flips, but now the right analog stick lets you pull off a variety of tricks in midair. Now, in regular Trials levels, these don't serve much of a purpose aside from just showing off, but there are new tricks-focused levels that are all about generating the highest score possible. In practice, these feel pretty good and were a much more natural extension of the core Trials game than I was anticipating. As opposed to some other games where you're trying to input a button combo to trigger an animation, everything in the trick system is based on physics and tied to your bike, and so managing the balance of those two proved to be quite a challenge. But of course, challenge is one of the best parts of these games, and to that end, Red Lynx has built an entirely new challenge system. In addition to each level having bronze, silver, and gold medals, there are now additional challenges like pull off 10 backflips or find the secret penguin cave. Yes, that is actually a challenge. There is one level where you have to bike into a cave where penguins are huddled around a fire. I don't know what's happening, but it is insanely stupid in the best way possible. The challenges seem to add an entirely new level of replayability to the game, and in addition to the new four-wheeled bike, increased rider and vehicle customization, and a brand new leveling system, it looks like Trials Fusion is shaping up to be just as addictive as its predecessors. But of course, this was based off just a couple of hours. We'll have to wait and see how the full game is when it hits PS4, Xbox One, Xbox 360, and PC on April 16th. When you can hear the screams coming from around this room, you'll know it's here. And with that, let's take a moment to thank our sponsor, lynda.com. They are an online learning company with more than 77,000 video tutorials that teach software, creative, and business skills. You can learn anytime, anywhere, and at your own pace with courses in web design, 3D and animation, design, programming, and many more, with new courses being added every week. Membership starts at just $25 per month, but you can try lynda.com free for 7 days and support Rev3 Games by signing up at lynda.com/Rev3Games.